Hey team, how's it going? I'm Corey. I go by Corey JA online. Thanks for joining me. You can find my blog and site at coreyja.com. There I've been doing I have my blog posts, which I need to post a new one soon. But I've been doing these bite daily or weekly or bi-weekly now, sorry, challenges. And they're code review challenges. So if you click on one of these, you'll get a little game that'll load here in just a second. And then what you can do here is you get a little code diff, and you are supposed to find the bugs in this diff, and then if you submit your answer, you can make your way to the leaderboard. And we've got a few people making their way on it. I love seeing that. And then we have an overall leaderboard for if you complete a few of these. So do go over there, try it out, and let me know how you find it. But today we're going to be working on something a little different. We're going to be working on a project called Just Adios that we started on stream last week. And the idea is basically that it's an app to end Zoom meetings after a predetermined amount of time. So the use case for this is I have a coworker who wasn't in our team's paid Zoom plan. They just didn't have like the paid plan box checked basically. And so they really enjoyed their meetings ending after 40 minutes as a way to like make sure they were short and sweet and stuff like that. But for various reasons, they needed to get on the paid plan recently. So what I decided to do was try to make a nice little app for them that would make it so, they could have their meetings end automatically after a set amount of time while still being on the paid plan. So that is what we're going to work on today. Closing some other tabs over there. And so we're going to work on that today. We had some pretty good success last time. So here is the app locally. And you can see that if I go over here, you can see that I don't have any meetings running right now on this Zoom account. But the problem we were having is it works great so far. Let's open Zoom up. I'm logged in as the right user. And so it works great if you do new meeting and you like don't use your personal meeting ID, or it's not a meeting that's on the calendar. And that's because then we can use the created time of the meeting to like know how long it's been running. But it turns out for any other type of meeting, the created at for like my personal meeting room, the created at is like when I created my Zoom account. So it's like 3 years in the past. So that's not helpful. And the start time, I don't think is even included with personal meetings. So that wasn't helpful either. And for scheduled meetings, like if I make a calendar invite and attach a Zoom link, the start time is just when the meeting is scheduled to start, not when it actually starts. Or like when people join. And like maybe that's actually fine, like cut it off after 40 minutes from the schedule instead of when people join. But it's not exactly what I wanted, and it doesn't work at all with the personal meeting rooms, and I would like it to work with those. So what we are going to work on today is trying to get it to work with webhooks. So in the Zoom app marketplace, I was just checking this out. And how do I get to it? Yeah, here we go. Under access, general features, there's an event subscription. So these are the webhooks. And so if we look at this one, you can see that I've had it named meeting joined, and I just set this up a few minutes ago. We're going to go to webhook when the meeting starts, when anyone joins, participant or host join, and when people leave. And with that, the idea is, actually, let's do end meeting too, just to do it. So the idea with those is that then I can get those webhooks, keep track of them in my app, and use those to like know when a meeting started, quote unquote. So like if a meeting hasn't been running for a personal meeting room, but then people start joining it, that's going to be when we call the meeting started. And then we'll use that for knowing how long the meeting's been running. So I got this all set up. I set up the subscription. This is using an ngrok tunnel. I just set up this domain. I actually have a toot scheduled to go out for just when stream ends or around then. I just set up this domain with SSL, and now it is all over the transparency logs. So I have a ton of just random automated trying to investigate my server and see if I might be vulnerable to like some bad setup type thing. So there's all kinds of kind of silly little things that just 404'd here. Which is good. I like that they 404'd, but a little funny that this happens every time I set up a new SSL domain. Or HTTPS is really, I guess, what I wanted to say there. But regardless, that was just funny. So One reason that we're using this ngrok tunnel for two reasons. One, to expose my local app to the internet, so webhooks work. We don't need those for OAuth because like my browser is the one making it, so localhost domains work. But for webhooks, like the Zoom server is going to be making the request, so it needs like a quote unquote real URL. So we're going to use the ngrok tunnel for that. And then the other thing is for webhooks, when I'm developing, it's super nice to be able to see what the requests look like. So these ones are all gets, so they don't have bodies. But once we trigger a webhook, we'll be able to like click over here and see the like body and headers of the webhook, and we can even replay them. So I can just click this replay button and it sends another request with exactly the same stuff. And this is super duper nifty for debugging webhooks or building them out. So we are gonna get started with that and see where it goes. Okay, so we have these set up, and let's open my code here. The app is running locally, but we haven't even set up any. Are these mad because they're not committed? No, they're just mad because of like little warning-y things, I think. Let's make sure they're committed. Yep, okay, cool. Just double checking. Yeah, there's just some warnings that it's mad at. Okay, awesome. So we don't have routes set up for these webhooks. If you paid attention earlier, it's webhooks/Zoom is where we're looking at, and I don't have that route set up, so they're gonna 404, but that's okay. I just want to see them in that ngrok thing, and then we can replay them if we want. So I'm actually just going to head over to the ngrok thing, just so it's ready to go, and I'm just gonna try to start a new meeting with my personal meeting ID and see what we get. Awesome. And look at that, we're getting some webhooks. Love it. We get the meeting started, and they are, oh, and then meeting participant joined. That makes sense, right? So we get those like two back to back. We get the event. We have a payload for the event. Cool. Topic ID. Hopefully, actually, I don't. Oh wait, is this my meeting? 203. Did it tell me that? I think it did. I don't actually know. Well, let's just quit it. It's we can make it happen again. Yeah, 203-187. Yeah, perfect. So that is my meeting ID. And then we also got the participant left. Oh, and we don't get... Oh, that's interesting. Are we never going to get a meeting ended? Let's find out if we get another meeting started without a meeting ended. Start. Cool. End. End for all. Okay. That's participant left. Meeting started. Okay, so I didn't even get... Oh, so that's interesting. Really, though, I think all I really need is this meeting started event. Then I can also, I guess, layer in other things later, like if you don't want the timer to start when you start and you want it to start when other people start or something like that. So we could layer that in if we want. Participant left, participant joined. And then does it tell me that the participant like is the owner? No, not really. Host ID. Oh yeah, I have a host ID that seems to match the participant ID. Okay, perfect. Okay, so those look like they're gonna do exactly what we need to. So let's go set up this route and get a few events that it can start listening to. Okay. And we do have a database, which is good. I think it's just storing user information, user cron and job information right now. So that like I can have cookies in my site and that stuff, and then the cron and jobs is for my background workers. So that's all great. But we're probably gonna add some information about meetings here, because like when this webhook happens, I think we're gonna like save something to the database, so then I can read it back in my cron and probably in the app, to be honest. Let's just make a whole new... What do I want? Under routes, let's do a mod for webhooks. Create it at there. Yep. Routes, webhooks. So let's make a public to the crate async function zoom webhook that takes in those things. Yeah, let's fix all the imports. Except I don't really want query because it's not going to be query. Let's do JSON of body is a JSON of body, Zoom webhook body. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Import it from there. Public to the crate, a struct called Zoom webhook body. And it's just event payload. Perfect, because event and then payload is a Saturday JSON value. So just a JSON that I'm not strictly typing at the moment, and then we'll type it in just a minute. This app state needs to come from my crate, and then impl into response can come from Axum. Though I really do just like this okay thing. Oh, except it's an okay. Yeah, so I want to do a result of nothing and an error response. No, and just a response. In the error case, I will manually make a response. Import it from response. Don't need the into response. Oops. Drop the R there. Okay, looking good. So now, well, first a few things. This was probably just a run. Let's change it to a watch X run so that it recompiles when I make changes. Okay. Oh, because I didn't do the importy thing. This, let's just qualify it as webhook, Zoom webhook. I don't know. Oh, cool. Something isn't happy. Yeah, let's add debug handler because I don't know what it's mad about. Axum, macros, debug handler. The trait, oh, yeah, duh. Debug, deserialize, clone. Oh, let's add serialize to it too. And we will import that and import that. There we go. I don't know if it's bad to have debug handler hanging out there. We'll leave it. I should look that up sometime. If anyone knows in chat, let me know. Does adding debug handler make anything significantly worse? I don't really think I care about compile times too much. But I guess if it's like a lot worse in compile times, maybe I do. But I've never noticed a difference, so let's leave it in. Cool, okay. So now I should be able to, new meeting, it'll connect. Let's just end it. And there we go. Now we get a 200 response instead of a 404. We can see that it just responded with a 200 with no content because that's basically what I told it to do. Awesome, okay. So let's just keep chugging along here. So we have our event. And it's a string right now. And I think I want it to be... No, let's do that. Okay, so then let's make a... Just trying to figure out how I want to structure this. So I think what I want to do is let's make a enum called Zoom webhook event, and there's a few types. So like meeting started, and it has a meeting started payload. Sure, that works for me. And a meeting ended with meeting ended payload. Let's start with just those two. That works for me. So then we have a struct called meeting started payload. And like what's in them? Payload. So this is the meeting started. So it's this. Boop. Put you in a JSON block. Let's see if it will convert it for me. Perfect. So this is actually my meeting started payload. And object one here is just the inner. Like it doesn't need a name. Meeting started payload inner. Cool. This we delete. This does need to be, I don't actually know if this needs to be serializable and deserializable directly. And I'd actually rather have this one be up top. Doesn't really matter, just organizing it. Cool. And then what does a meeting ended payload look like? Meeting started, meeting participant left, participant joined. Meeting started. Wait, I thought I saw a meeting ended. Did I not? Meeting started. Participant. Ooh, we're getting more scans. Participant left. Meeting started. Meeting started. Oh, okay. So maybe I don't get a meeting started with a personal meeting ID. Do I get it from this? And let's just hang out here for 30 seconds because I think it liked it better. Yes, I know I'm muted. I'm not trying to actually make a Zoom call. Now let's end it for all. What did we get? We still only got a meeting started? Like, that's really all I need, though. So I think we're just gonna call it okay. But that's weird. I don't like that I didn't get anything else. Oh, is this not saved, I wonder? Let's call this meeting info. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to this. Meeting started. Okay. New meeting. Meeting started. And I guess the other thing that we can do here is let's just go to copy invite link. We'll go to my other computer here real quick. We will open the link and maybe if we're lucky, it'll join. There we go. Someone's in the waiting room. Let me admit them. Awesome. Had to turn off the mic there quick. I didn't need some infinite echo stuff. And then let's just end meeting for all. Cool. What webhooks did we get? Meeting started. Participant joined, and that's the host joining. Anonymous user joined. Cool. Whoa. Wonder why this isn't like waiting for a response from my server for that long. That's weird. That's very weird. Oh, it's not going to tell me what event it is because I don't have it doing anything for it. That's really strange. I wonder why it's... what happened there. But participant left, participant left. Okay, so I still don't get meeting ended. Oh, I wonder if I need to re-auth. Authorize. Invalid read. Oh, yeah, because I told it... Okay, let's just go change this back. One of the things that I did is I told it that my OAuth was going to go through the... Yeah, I guess I could just change now. Then I'd have to edit secrets, and it's easier to not go into secrets mode on stream. Silly, but it is true. Okay, we'll set this to 3000. Cool. Authorize. There we go. Allow. Perfect. I wonder if now I will get meeting ends. Let's find out. I don't want the personal meeting room because I think that will... that feels like it'll almost definitely not do what I want. Join a meeting. Just paste in that. Yep. Join. Oh, nope. Okay. When I do it that way, then I have to enter the passcode manually, which is very silly. Okay, Zoom. There we go. Admit. Mute for no echo. Okay, what did we get? Meeting started. Participant joined. Participant joined. Okay. Let's give it like a whole 60 seconds or so. And then we will, and start time. Yeah. Ooh, is that start time? Oh, okay. So that start time, well, this is one that always works, to be honest, right? This one has never given me issues. So what we will need to see is if I like do a scheduled one and then join it, what happens. But anyways, let's also just now end this. End meeting for all. Cool. I still don't understand why the request body is still being read. I don't know what's going on with these, like the first participant left one. That's very strange. I did get a meeting end eventually this time. Awesome. That looks really, really similar to the meeting start event. Just has an end time. Perfect. Perfect. Should I use the same? Yeah, what if I just call it a meeting payload? Oh, meeting inner? Yeah, let's call it a meeting. That's what that's going to be. Okay. So this is actually going to be a meeting object? Meeting object. That's what they called it. Or meeting details? I like meeting details. That works for me. So then there's also an end time, but it's not a string. It's a option of a string. Except I'd rather parse these. Yeah, let's parse these as chrono, datetime, UTC. Are they UTC? Yes. Yes. Boop. Boop. And then time zone. Oh, okay. I don't know why there's an empty string time zone. I don't care about that. Yep, I do care about type because this is like the Zoom meeting type thing. That's important to me. So meeting ended payload is very similar to the meeting started payload, but not quite. Yep, I do want those two on it. Thank you, cursor. Okay, let me get that back up so I can see chat in case anyone comes to chill with me here. Okay, so let's impl. No, let's just do it more manually. Zoom webhook event function from event name and JSON. Event name is a string. Actually, wait, no, I should just do it from this. Duh. Oh, okay, fine. I'll impl from. Impl from Zoom webhook body for Zoom webhook event. Oh wait, I don't want from. Is there like there's a try from? Yeah. Try from. Error. I don't really like this being a static string, so let's write a to do. To do better error handling. And actually, let's take a quick look at our cargo.toml while I mention that. Oh, we're using CJA, so we have CJA error. No, CJA, I thought I had an error type here. Oh, no, it's this, then I can do color I report or something, right? Yeah, okay, perfect, that'll work for me. Expected string, yes, so that's fine. As stir, panic unknown event type, and actually, let's not panic though. Let's do a return, yeah, except almost that. Let's just do an array bang for unknown event type. Perfect. Meeting started payload. Yeah, like that's close, but like what I really want is a Saturday JSON from value map to meeting started. Yeah, that is what I want. Do that with an okay. Perfect. This is basically exactly the thing that I wanted here, but we'll say meeting ended at the end. What I'm doing is just converting this inner value to a typed thing and then wrapping it in the meeting ended variant of our struct, or enum, sorry, wrong word. And there we go. Oh yeah, we don't need this return, just an error type. Perfect. Field 0 is never read. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. And then now I can do a impl on Zoom webhook event, public to the crate function process takes in a self, and returns a result or a response. And then like, yeah, what do you want to do with each of these? Cool. Let's actually make a trait called process zoom webhook that just has this process method, and then we will impl it for this. Perfect. We don't need to call that pub crate because the trait will be pub crate. Awesome. And then this is actually just going to be payload.process. It's going to be the exact same thing. Payload.process. Oh, with an app state. Haha, I didn't even think about that, but I do want that. Yep, I know those don't exist, but that's okay because now I can go in and I can do impl for meeting ended, sure. And I guess let's do that for this one too. Awesome, and now everything should compile. Love it. And I have a place to do things. So here in process zoom webhook, yeah, zoom webhook body, zoom webhook event. Yeah, this is the parsed thing. So here now, my naming isn't the best, to be honest. Zoom webhook body and zoom webhook event. Yeah, okay. So let event equals, yep, I think that's right. Yeah, okay. And then I can just at the end tell it to return an okay of nothing. It'll be happy. Awesome. Okay, yeah, so we actually can't do that because that doesn't implement a response. Invalid zoom webhook body. That works for me. Oh. Yep, let's make that a tuple, and then on our tuple call into response. Perfect. Oh. There we go. Now perfect. So we have our event, and then we call process on it, and we just return the response from that. Awesome. So in our this, let's do a tracing edit info. Oh, yep, that exactly. Processing webhook event self dot. Oh wait. Oh, I actually really kind of want it from the body where it has the event better. Yeah, so let's do that right here. It's not self, it's body. Oop. I'm not sure what I was typing there. Ah! Body dot event. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So now we have all of this set up. I think we now want to put the meeting started in the database. Yeah. I think we want to put the meeting started in the database. So we actually have this thing where we're polling right now in a cron job for meetings, and that worked fine for the ones where we made, but I think we might just replace all of that with webhooks. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Cool. Okay, so oops, didn't mean to hide it. Okay, let's just kill our cargo watch for a minute. We'll leave ngrok open though. It'll still be chilling here. I don't know what's going on with these ones that like, oh, they just went away now when I refreshed. Interesting. Okay, not bad, but a little crazy for sure. Awesome. Okay, so let's do cargo, SQLX, migration, add meetings. Yep. Okay, so create table meetings, ID, UUID, primary key, default that, user ID, references users.id. I don't know if the capitalization matters, but I think I probably capitalized it. I did. And it's actually user ID so that my joins are easier. And like, okay, Zoom ID, start, end. No, this one's definitely nullable. I don't care about topic. And sure, we'll do a created, updated, create unique index on meetings. Yeah, I think so. This should actually maybe be, oh man, see that's the annoying part. No, let's just do it. This is an owner ID. Or is it just the, no, because that's the only thing I'm going to store. I don't even think I need to store participants. I just don't think it's necessary for my use case. So let's store the least information we really need. This is drop table meetings, cargo SQLX migrations run. Perfect. Revert to make sure they revert nicely, and run again. Perfect. Let's open data group. Just Adios, perfect. If we look in here at our tables, we don't show tips on startup. Refresh. There we go. Now we have a meetings table. Awesome. So select bar from meetings. Yep. Empty. Perfect. Okay. Let's go put the meetings in when they start. And I guess I can actually just upload it when they end too. It's like that should be pretty easy here. Sure. Wait, I don't have a meeting thing. Yeah. Oh, I do have this DB folder that does this. Okay, so let's make a public to the crate struct for meeting. Let's call it a DB meeting. Public to the crate, a Zoom ID, start time, end time, public to the crate. Oh, sure, an ID that works too, and a user ID. Perfect. Import. 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 Awesome. Okay, so now in Webhooks, I can make a DB meeting, which I import from there, which definitely needs more fields than that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it quite like that, but let's do let meeting equals SQLX a query as, yep, query as DB meeting, insert into meeting, Zoom ID values, Zoom ID. Ooh, the owner ID bit that I added is going to be a little interesting. Do my users have a Zoom ID? They do. Perfect. Let user, yep, query as a DB user, which I don't think I have yet, but like I have been doing stuff with them, so I bet I have a. Do I just have a thing that I named user somewhere that I have access to? Yeah. Yeah. Can I rename this to DB user? And can I move it to the DB directory? Oh, is there a way to do that with Rust Analyzer? Not easily. I didn't see a way to do that easily. So I'm gonna break a lot of things now because everything doesn't know where to get DB user from. So get it from the database. You're not really mad about things. You're just kind of mad about things. Yes. DB user. Perfect. You're still mad about a lot of stuff. What are you mad about? Oh, pub crate, pub crate. Come on, more of them. More of them. Okay, now you're not mad. Process is an incompatible type for things. Yep, that's fair. Dot map error. Oh, it's before this. Boop, map error. Bad request user not found. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's do user ID, comma Zoom ID. We means we need a third one. And so user ID first though, user.id and self.object as start time. I don't think it's self.object though, right? Like we are in one of the, oh, it is an object. Okay, cool. DB meeting has no field created at. Oh, yeah, that's true. Public to the crate, created at, updated at. I'm not sure what I expect this one to be if it errored. Oh, sure, we'll just return, no, no, but I do kind of want something there. Okay. For format bang of db error of e. Yeah, is that the right formatting? There we go. Can't convert into response. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we are. What do you mean? Expected signature. This found signature. Oh, it's async. Got it. Yeah, it does need to be async. I just wasn't thinking about that. Async trait. Async function. I guess you don't make the trait async. You just do that, right? Async function. And I'm going to try it without the async dot await. Oops, yep, dot await. This one needs to be async. So there is an async trait crate. Yeah, async trait crate that I used to use a lot, but now it's stable and I haven't used that much, but I'm very excited to. So let's do it. Yeah, no, nothing needed so far. Seems like everything's just going to be hunky-dory. Okay, so this is just going to add it to the database. Love it. Meeting created. And then down here, we can just do update meeting set end time to 1, where Zoom ID is 2, returning this. We get the meeting back with our end time and our meeting ID. Map error, yep. Database error, sure. Meeting ended. Oh, it doesn't implement debug. How about we make it implement debug? Ooh, it doesn't implement anything. And clone. Make it implement all the types. Okay. Now we should be... Oh, wait a second. The Zoom ID, let's look at some payloads here. Though these IDs, I think I need to get rid of my unique index. Yeah, I can't have a unique index on these because they actually don't have unique index. Wait a sec, how did that's really annoying. Oh, it has a UUID. That's going to be different, even though, okay, so let's look through these. Okay, meeting started with, that's not my personal meeting ID, right? 203. Okay, so that's not my personal meeting ID. Meeting started, still not the right one. That's too big, too big, too big, too big. Not the ones I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. Well, here's one, but I need another one now. Oops. Don't need disk utility right now. Before stream, though, I always have to check and make sure I'm not going to run out of disk space because I've done that too many times recently. Okay. Did I get a... No, because my server's not running. Oh, but that's actually fine. I don't really need my server to be running for this. There we go. Yeah, so it has the 203. That UUID is definitely different. Okay, so I need this UUID. Yeah, so I need to store both of those. So let's go back to cursor. Zoom ID and then Zoom UUID, which is annoying. The UUID is actually the only one that I like care about. Create unique index on Zoom UUID. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so then now in webhooks here, my meeting details already has a UUID, and it's not an actual UUID, right? Base 64 decode. It's base 64. It just has the double equals at the end. It's always base 64. But not like a meaningful one. It might be some other type. I don't really care. I don't need to look at it too much. It's just not a UUID v4, so I can't use the UUID type in Postgres, but that's really not a big deal for me. Yeah, everything's based on the UUID. So this is meeting self.object UUID. Oh, that doesn't exist yet. Revert it, run it. Now that does exist. No such field. That's fair. UUID. Okay, so that was end. Let's do this one for start. We need Zoom UUID. Yep. It's right after this one. There we go. Perfect. Yay! That should work better. Because the UUID is actually like a unique thing for each instance of the meeting versus the ID for recurring and personal meetings don't change. I don't really care about the Zoom ID at all, to be honest. We're going to save it because, but I really only care about the UUID. I don't think I need to think about the recurring bits for this. So let's turn on watch. There's an error. Where are you? Oh, that's fine. Where are you? Webhooks. DB user. Clippy would actually probably be mad at that. I don't need the DB prefix if they're in the DB module, but we'll keep it for the moment. Okay, you running now? Yes, you are. So let's actually just go back to meeting started here, and this is when I can do this cool thing, replay. Ooh, I didn't like it. User not found. Host ID. Yeah, wait, what did I search for my user with? I'm not sure I did it with the right thing. Where Zoom ID is self.account ID. Wait, where do you come from? Meeting started payload. Yeah, I think this is what I want. The host ID in the object. Does NER, does that look more like select star from users? Yeah, okay. Perfect. So in this is actually object.hostID. Once that rebuilds, we will try that again. And this is why this is so nice. Replay. Woohoo! Awesome. Okay. So now if I look in my database, in meetings, we have one meeting by my user with this Zoom ID. That's my personal meeting room with that UUID. Perfect. With a start time, no end time. And then I can go back and take a look at the one where it said meeting ended, participant joined, participant left, meeting ended. Replay. Failed. Why? Invalid Zoom webhook body. Cool. Why? Invalid Zoom webhook body. Do I get anything different in my terminal? I doubt it. Okay, so invalid Zoom where did I write that? Invalid Zoom webhook body. Yeah. Yay. Kind of don't think I need this, right? Yeah. Perfect. I feel like there's a few more of those. Yep, exactly. Remove it. Remove it. When you format a string, it calls toString automatically, or it calls display, which calls toString. I don't know, one of those two, but it definitely does the thing automatically for me. Replay. Missing field meeting ID. Oh, okay. I don't even know if meeting ID is a real thing, to be honest. So like, boop. Wait. Where is meeting ID? Oh. Oh. Did I just... Oh, yeah, it does not. It has an account ID. Which, again, I don't really know what ID this is. There's too many ID types, and they're not very consistent about them, I don't feel like. Yay! Okay, so now in our database, we should get an end time. I pointed it with my finger, which wasn't going to work. Yay! Awesome. I don't even really need the end time. I really just need the start time, to be honest. But now I've got both. And okay. Okay, so let's think about, so now I have a meeting table that I can read from. So I think I want to change how my crons are working. So actually let's do a commit. Let's do a commit. Get Zoom webhooks for starting and ending meetings working. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, actually, before we go to that, let's actually do a little bit more for webhooks. Because I don't handle these. Do I care about participant left and joined? Great question. Like, I guess so, right? Let's just do him. Let's do him quick. Okay. Um, okay. Participant one, cool. So this is the participant joined payload. I think I called them payloads, right? Yes. So then this is participant joined. We'll call it participant joined. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when I don't know, those did get empty strings, right? Which is silly, but I think it did. Okay. Cool. Impl process for that. Info bang participant joined. No opping for now. That looks really weird like that. No opping? Yeah, I think that'll work. Participant joined, no opping for now. Perfect. Can I do that? Yeah, because it's about the positioning, not the naming. Cool. Okay, participant joined is almost handled. Let's do it in the do this. Well, kind of. I need a participant joined with the payload. With that. Yep, that too. Perfect. And let's get a participant left. Whoop. Participants left payload. Participants left. Impl process, participant left, no opping for now. Perfect. Participant left. Sometimes there we go. Yay. Nice. So now it really should, no, let's run it first. Cargo, we'll just do a normal run this time because I'm about to exit out of it as soon as it worked. Okay. Let's just do it for real. Instead of replaying some events. Oh yeah, because I already did the UUID, so let's definitely do it for real. Personal meeting room, let's do this. Let's copy the invite link. Let's go over to here. Let's paste in the invite link. Join the meeting. Admit. Muted. Okay, and actually let's do this. Let's leave this one. Perfect. Now let's give it a minute. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. And for all, let's take a look at all of our webhooks. Ooh, lots of bad requests. Awesome. Unknown event type. Unknown event type. Oh, it's probably because I let Copilot do those, and it's probably wrong. That feels right. Yeah, it's very wrong. Oops. Meeting participant joined. Is this string? Yeah, that's the right thing for it. Okay. Oh, well, now I'm not doing watch. Let it compile. Replay. Replay. Well, now what are you mad about? Missing field duration. It's here, though. Did it not get into these? Well, no, it would be the opposite, right? Well, I just don't care. Duration, remove. Duration, remove. I just don't need that duration, so remove it. Yeah, what happened? Where did all those come from that it thinks I have those? ID, particip. Oh, wait. It's in this one. Sure. Oh, it definitely had a host ID. Wait, what? Something else is up. Something else is up. Participant joined, participant left, participant joined payload, participant left payload. Participant joined has a host ID. UUID, ID, host ID. Yeah, like it has it. Missing field host ID. Host ID. I don't know why it's there. I don't care about it being there. But it is there. Like I see it there, which is the confusing part. Okay, sure. Just didn't wait long enough. Missing field ID. What is up? That's not normal. That doesn't feel right. Something's up. So this is invalid zoom webhook body. That's coming from here. Error. Yep, let's error out with this, but I don't actually want the E here. I want body. How about I just do body? Bar. Oh yeah, okay. Well, what if you're just a reference? Dang. Oh yeah, well, because I told it that try from wasn't on the reference. Can I implement it on the reference? So I could just clone it, or I could just undo all of these and clone it in the outside right here. Clone. So that's my Rust tip for people. If you just need to clone things, just do it sometimes. Especially when I'm like doing web dev, it's gonna be fast enough just to clone it. It saves me some dev time. We all win in the end. Yeah, okay, but like, what's up? Event, yeah, stop scrolling. Payload object, and then object has all of these things in it. Participant joined payload. Oh. No. Because this is the participant joined payload. And that's what we get from doing with object, where I just was. Like, that's this. I don't know where that code is anymore because I don't organize well. Body. Zoom webhook body. Oh. Payload. Body.payload. Oh, so like meeting started, payload is account ID and then object with all the meeting details. Oh, I did these ones at the completely wrong level. Hey, backward spy, thanks for coming and hanging out. How's it going? I see what I did. No, actually, let's not do that. Let's just call this inner. And then let's make a struct payload, which has count ID and object, it is also going to be serialized and deserialized. Is there an account ID? Yeah, I don't really care about it, but it is there. Okay, and then we need to do the same thing here. We'll call this one inner. We will make a struct that has a count ID and then object. Participant joined. Oh, is this left? Did I name it right? Yes. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Compiled. Yeah, not really, I guess. There we go. Okay, now it no-opt nicely. Phew! Okay, let's try this in real life for a new one. And I think we'll be better now. I didn't do all those JSON objects correctly. Okay. Copy the link. Come over here. Join it on this computer. There we go. Admit. Mute on this machine for no echo. Actually, I think my volume's not up anyways on any of these, so it probably would have been fine. Leave on second machine. End meeting for all on... Actually, let's just leave. What happened? Is the meeting ended now, or is it still running? That's a great question. Okay, so. Meeting started. Participant joined. Participant joined. Participant left. Meeting ended. Okay, cool. Cool. A participant left. Oh, so I did get both of these then. I did get participant left and meeting ended. Awesome. Symmetrical. They all came in nicely this time. They don't always, but the meeting started and ended do seem to come in pretty consistently. Okay. We've got all our data. Data grip should know about all the meetings. They all even have start times and end times. Those ones have processed nicely. Okay. I think we're good to go. And yeah, see, look, they all have the same Zoom ID because I did my personal meeting for all of them, but they have different Zoom UUIDs. Love it. Okay. Let's move on to the next step. DCA get joined and left webhooks. No opping for now. Get them in there, but they're no open. Okay. Now let's look at what we have for crons. Right now, it says check and end 2 long meetings, but I don't really think that's exactly what I want to do anymore. I think I want one that runs to populate the meetings from the database, and then one that runs to end meetings that have been running too long. And they're not going to be the same because I don't actually know if I need the checking. That one seems like I might not need it. It's kind of just a check for if the webhooks didn't work. So actually, let's work on the other one first. So we're going to let's move this to a module. Check and end 2 long user meetings. Oh, wait, what are these? Oh, I have one that runs for each user and one that doesn't. Yes. Extract a module. Module name. Wait, did it? Oh, I see. Extract a file. There we go. Rename you as end meetings. Or check and end meetings. Check and end meetings. Yes. So then these both are in this module. Yep. This is a public to the crate module. It's just because you don't know what's going on here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do some imports for you. We can do that. DB user comes from DB user. Now you're happy. Perfect. Now jobs is happy. Perfect. Cron is not happy yet. Oh man, I didn't rename this one. That's fine. Silly, but fine. Let's just not have that one there. There we go. Okay. Jobs. So I don't really want check and end. Like that's what this one is, but I want to make a public for the crate mod end meeting. End meeting. Yeah. Meetings. Meetings. I don't know. End meeting. Yeah, let's do end meeting. Create this module. End meeting. So let's see. We want something that looks like this for our job. Not exactly, but something like it. Let's get serialize and deserialize in here. So this is going to be end meeting. And this is going to have a meeting ID where meeting ID is a UUID. Then UUID is from here. And we're gonna, so this time I'm using async trait because I was already using it for this framework. So import this is from the crate. So let meeting equals SQLX query. Yep. Meeting ID does not exist. Ooh, did I do that badly? Probably. Yep. Meeting ID. Drop it. Revert. Run. And now lots of things are going to be mad. This will probably be less mad. But other things are definitely going to be mad. That's funny. Use create db meeting. Yeah. Perfect. Meeting ID, and now everything over here, not everything, but some stuff over here needs to change. Missing. Oh, wait. No. Because I have that now, right? It's just that you haven't figured it out yet. Rust analyzer, reload workspace. Rust analyzer, restart server. Sometimes like it gets this cached data plan thing and then everything just doesn't work well and it's very frustrating. Oh, I'm probably not doing much of anything by the meeting ID, to be honest. I definitely want it to be the right thing there, but I probably actually am not using it much. Cool. Wow, I don't really like that. I'm not used to that, but it's okay. Let's do it this way then. Let meeting ID equals self.0. And then this is meeting ID.0. Yeah. I don't know. Just looks a little better maybe. Whoa. I don't know, just make this copy. I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, just copy the UUID. It's fine. I don't care. Okay, so now I have my meeting. Let's go to the database here. Impl for DB meeting. Public to the crate function is ended. Whether it has an end time. Public to the crate function duration is, yeah, we need a sum. It only returns it in some cases. Let end time equals self.end time with a question mark to forward it up. It's not a sum, it's an option. And it's not these, it's those. Not parens, it's brackets. This then becomes end time minus that. There we go. Perfect. So then here I can do if meetings ended, debug, meeting already ended. Let duration, nope, we're not doing an update here. If duration is greater than 1 minute, end meeting in Zoom, which I will just copy from another place. Now we already have it. Import this from tracing. Perfect. Else debug meeting duration is too short. Debug meeting duration is long enough. Going to end it. Let's just end it. I don't need the in zoom. Perfect. Okay, so now let's go to over here. How do I actually do the meeting.adios? Cool, I have a listed meeting.adios method. Love that. I also just has this adios method. Love it. Okay. So in the Zoom thing, adios, Zoom meeting.zoom ID. And I need an access token for it. Yeah, what's the access token? Oh, by the user. Okay. Let owner equals select users where user ID meeting dot nope, it's user ID. Fetch one await. Import that. Owner.access token. Import the Zoom crate so that I can call it here. Expected I64 found string. Ooh, wait. This takes a meeting ID as an I64. I don't think I have a meeting ID as an I64 here. Yeah. So this is the endpoint that we want to mess with. Meeting and then status. You must, when storing this value in the database, you must store it as a long format integer and not an integer. Meeting IDs can exceed 10 digits. Okay, but like, what if I don't have that? Do I need like Zoom? I think I might need to store something different. Do I have that in my webhooks? Oh, it's the Zoom. It's the ID. It's this thing. Got it. It's the thing that I said I didn't need it all or didn't want it all, but I have it. Okay. I can do that. End meeting. Yeah. This really should just take a string. Like something that impls into string. ToString. Okay. So now if I just go to cron, let's turn off this one. And let's do registry.register.dob end meeting. Oh, but I do need that's why I had another one here. We need end end active meetings is just the named thingy. Impl this and active meetings. Yeah, actually, I should check that. End meeting. Perfect. Okay. Let meetings where, well, no, where. Wow. End time is not null. Fetch all 4 meetings in meetings. No, in queue with our app state. Oh, a context. Format. It's probably just like more and active meetings Things loop. Oh, yeah, we just need to clone it each time. Maybe my enqueue method should just take a reference and clone it internally, because I'm always going to want that, and that's pretty fine with me, but whatevs, we're good. This is actually end active meetings. Can't find it, that's fair. Import it. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so what did I do? I said this runs every 30 seconds and it has to be longer than a minute, right? Yep, perfect. Okay, let's try it out. Run. Okay, we're running. Let's look here in our data grip for a meeting where end time is null. None. New meeting. Oh, it doesn't really matter if it's with this or not. Cool. There is now one. Perfect. Jobs. We do have a job. End active meetings. Perfect. Uh-oh. I feel like it's maybe not running right. Run at 28. Feels like maybe it's not running right. Participant joined no opping. Yeah, fine with that. Job errored. Unknown job type. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Oops, I didn't really need to cancel it. It can still be running. I forgot one more setup thing that I don't really like. End meetings, end active meetings, end meeting, end meeting. There we go. I don't like that I have to add it there as well, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, is my meeting still open? It is. Cool, we still have a meeting. We got some jobs, but I don't know why they're not running yet. Run at 29:37. Yeah, okay. Give them a sec, but yeah, so it registered this and active meetings. Oh, there we go. Run. Yep. Okay, it ran. Now there shouldn't be jobs. Perfect, okay. Still have this. Meeting still open. Feels like it's been open for more than a minute now. Hey, the ID of Alan. How goes the codes? They are doing good. Hope you're having a good Sunday as well. They're going good. We're having some good luck here. We're working on a little app to end Zoom meetings after a predetermined amount of time. Last week on stream, we had it working on kind of like a poll thing, but it only worked for some type of Zoom meetings because the Zoom API was a little weird. So today we switched to webhooks so that we know when meetings get started and ended. A little bit better. And so now we are just trying to figure out why this one's not getting ended automatically. But just by chatting with you and saying some words, I think I figured it out. In this, I said that the duration is an option that's only available if it's been ended. Yeah, it is cool that Zoom has an API. It's like better than I expected it to be. I kind of thought it was going to be awful and a pain, but it's OAuth and REST and webhooks. And the webhooks even support WebSockets if you want to make a connection that way and get events sent to you instead of standard webhooks. I'm happily surprised that everything is working out well. The problem here, though, is I said the duration is only defined if it's ended. That's not what I want. I want it to always have a duration. And like this end time is going to be like end time for calculation, which like isn't a great name. But it's going to be like end time dot unwrap or else. And then in here, we want like a chrono UTC now. Oh, I just need to not wrap this in that. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So then now where am I using this? Oh, I didn't never want it to be unwrap or default there anyway, so fixed that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Enqueuing and active meetings. Enqueued that. Job ran. Oh, come on. Isn't this still open? You should be ending this. This has been open for long enough now. Yep, okay. Well, now let's check it out. What's going on? Let's add some... Oh, I have some debugs. Can I, like, is my Rust log just not set to debug? Which is pretty fair. Okay, so I set up the tracing as just Adios. Does this do... Oh yeah, that should be set to trace. Unless I have a Rust log set, but I don't think I have a Rust log set. Crate name. Oh yeah, does that actually match my crate name? Just dash Adios? Nope. That'll do it. Now I should get those debug logs because I set it to trace. So we gotta wait 30 seconds potentially for it to do another cron tick. Cron register, yeah, register, cron register job. Not sure why it calls that so many times. Maybe it's an in and out kind of pattern thingamabobber. So yeah, now we just gotta wait for 30 seconds. I could make this a little faster, but 30 seconds isn't too long. We can hang out for a minute. I think it's, yeah, okay, there we go. Do. If it works, I should see a nice little like meeting ended for me pop up even before I get logs, but I don't think it's gonna work. So we're just looking for the, there we go. Okay. End active meetings. Run from value, run. End active meetings. Oh, that's probably because I think I did this wrong. End active meetings, where end time is null. That's exactly the opposite of what I wanted. And then in cron, let's make this run every like 5 seconds. Because I want to see logs quicker. More logs are better. Oh, there we go. Immediately ended. Yep, okay, perfect. Let's set this back to 30, because 30 wasn't crazy, I just was getting impatient. Okay, so let's try that again, just to make sure everything's working. But it seems like it is. We're up and running. I will start a meeting. New meeting. Yes, using the personal meeting ID, because those were the ones that didn't work last week. Cool. Meeting where end at is null. Should only be this new one. Awesome. So then I can also just look at all of the meetings. There we go. We only have a few since I changed the schema and had to remove the table, but that's perfectly fine. Oh, I see. It's whether I want to run just this statement or all of them. Yep, okay, cool. Let's look at logs, see what's going on. It's going to be 30 seconds before we make a new one of those, but that's fine. Actually, how often do I have my cron tick thing running? Just curious. Like, what does this do? Run. It sleeps for a minute. See, that's not great, but it's in a different place, so I'll change that later. So my crons actually, this doesn't matter what I set it to, my crons only run every minute, because that's just what I have set in the CJA package crate that I have. So I have CJA for cron jobs in Axum. It's a little private crate that I maintain. It's just in Git at the moment. I would like to publish it eventually, but need some polish before that. And it only checks for things every minute, so it's never gonna, no matter how small I make this duration, it's not really gonna help. I maybe want it to be like every second or something, honestly. But that's okay. Meeting duration is too short. Okay, cool. I wonder if that's true, because it feels like it maybe has already been running for too long. But who knows when that ran. Let's actually just select the Zoom ID and now minus start time. 1 minute, 55 seconds. Perfect. Okay, so now when it runs next, we should definitely... Ooh, job error. Access token is expired. Okay, that makes sense. So the next thing that I need to implement is doing the refresh tokens. Because I like have that. I just don't think I ever... like I have refresh tokens here. I just have to actually implement using them. Let's just rearrange. You should actually go closer up to your DB meeting block. Redundant closure. Oh, sure. That's fine. Impl DB user is expired. Yeah, is, except it's like is access token expired. Public to the crate. A function for access token. Yeah, reference itself does that. If is access token, if it's not expired, no, you return self dot, no. Oh my gosh, if it's not expired, you just return it. To do. Okay, phew. If the access token is not expired, you just do that. Or actually, let's do is access, yeah. Let now with buffer. Yeah, except let's actually only do 30 seconds. We'll do a minute. Yeah, if it's within a minute of expiring, we will count it. Okay, so now we need to do the refresh token dance, which I just didn't implement last time, basically because I was a little lazy, just didn't need it. A build user OAuth. I think it's like really easy. It's just you do the normal thing. Refresh an access token. Yeah. Make a post request to this. So in Zoom, let's see what we have here. We've got all kinds of stuff that I might end up cleaning up. But get me. Oh, okay. Where's all that kind of stuff? So like OAuth. What do I do in OAuth? Oh, do I just do it inline? That's fine. I just forgot. Get the user. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Zoom. Public to the crate. Refresh access token. Love it. Refresh token. Wow. Is that right? OAuth token. Authorization. We do the... Is it basic auth? I think so, right? Isn't that... Yeah, basic. Perfect. Content type is URL encoded. Perfect. Grant type refresh token, your refresh token. Wow. Love it. Can't find... Oh, yeah. Those. So I need like the Zoom config. So let's just give it the Zoom config. What did I name that? Zoom state. Zoom state is Zoom state. Yep, that's fair. Give me a Zoom state. Zoom state, Zoom state. Mismatch type. Yes, that's fine to do. Okay, perfect. Okay. Then is it just gonna give me the same token response as before? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, let's go to the routes for this. Okay, yes, so it's this. Let token response. Let this thing. Yeah, we'll just return a Zoom token response. Perfect. Access token response. That's a great name for it. Those are actually getting it from requests, but I don't really want it to. That's fine. Zoom token response. Yes. Where are ya? Struct public to the crate. Very much not the best hygiene here, but that is totally fine. Oh, I don't want into response here. Let's just do that. And I'm not in a response handler. Perfect. Okay. Of token response. Zoom token response. Perfect. Can't move out of these. Can I take them as references? Yep. Awesome. Refresh access token. Love it. Let's go back to this. Do access token. Yep. Refresh access token comes from Zoom. This needs to be async. Zoom state I don't have here. That's pretty fair. Let's actually just give it app state though, because I'm gonna want to do a database insert in just a sec. App state.zoom. Oh yeah. Oh, this actually just wants to return like a result. Oh, it does want to do a string. Yeah. Reference to a string is fine. So I want it to return the access token. You can be imported from the crate. Yep, this is an okay response here. Perfect. Okay. Query update user set access token expires at where user ID. Yep. Oh, those are private. Okay. Token respond. Yeah, this, then this. Pub crate. Yep. All of them. Yep, perfect. Okay. Mismatch type expires in. Yeah. Okay, so expires at that. This now is expires at. Yay. Sure. We'll have it be an own string. That's fine. I don't care. Access token dot clone. Access token clone. Do I need the clone here? No, I probably don't, right? I can just return this one now. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So now in my job end meeting, where this one calls adios, this one can really just call adios the method. Oh yeah, it needs an app state. That's fine. And it needs an await. Okay, let's do let's just extract this to a variable called access token. I'd rather do that. Put the reference there. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. My access token shouldn't be expired anymore. Am I still in this Zoom? Is it just going to immediately close if everything works? Yes, it will. Look at that. We got our access token refreshed with the refresh token and ended the meeting. Okay, so let's just try. This is the first time I'm going to do this. Let's do a schedule. I don't care. Let's have this meeting start at, sure, let's do it at 12:45. Sure, it's for that. No mating room, generate automatically, everyone's video's off. Save. Copy this, close. Okay. So now I shouldn't know anything about this meeting yet in my database because I just shouldn't. Perfect. Select star from meetings. Yep, okay. But now let's actually try opening the meeting on this computer first. I'm curious. Oh, scheduled. Okay. Waiting for host to join, so that's fine. Let's start it now. Perfect. So the only thing that now I'm confused about is why it's not telling me that someone's in the waiting room. Feels like that's kind of a bug. I guess we'll just give this a minute though and see what the hell that feels like doing. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
that's
Wow,
weird.
that took a lot longer than I expected for that to like do its whole stuff. But now if we just wait a bit, if everything's working right, it should just work. Oh yeah, let's go back to data grip. How long has this meeting been running? 45 seconds. Love it. 48 seconds, 49 seconds, 50 seconds, 51. Yeah, this is great. Okay. Once we get above 60, there we go. Now we can go to the logs. And once we get another... Oh man, did it just do that just before it? Aw, dang. That's unfortunate. We gotta wait for a whole minute now. And active meetings loop. Yeah. Okay, well, it's fine. Not a huge deal, but it is slightly unfortunate. Like there's definitely some optimizations that we can do here. So like job end meetings. This just does where end time is null. It also could like check the start time and make sure we're close, so it doesn't like have to check them every minute for 40 minutes, one at a time. But also I don't really like it is database calls to fetch them and stuff, but it's I don't know. I'm not that offended by it. Woohoo! Meeting was ended. Okay, so scheduled meetings work, personal ID meetings work, non-personal ID meetings work. I think we're good. I don't think we need like anything else, honestly. So this ends all of the meetings. So the only thing that I think I want to add to this is let's go back to my cron. From last time, we said we have this check and end. And if I look at this, the first thing that it does, yeah, so it gets meetings. It gets all the live meetings and then sees if they're too long and ends them for a specific user. What I think I want to do is basically do something like this, but instead of ending them, it just persists them to the database so that the other cron job can pick them up. So let's just copy all of this, I think. We're just making a new module for this just because I feel like that's better. Pub create mod check live meetings. Create that directory or that file. And this is just check live user meetings. Check live user meetings. Let's do some imports. Import. You can be imported to deserialize and serialize. Oh, whoa, that's not what I wanted. UUID, okay. And we also need DB user. We need to get meetings from Zoom. And we need the meeting types. Okay, awesome. So instead of this here, I want to put them in the database. SQLX. Query, bang. Insert into meetings. Meeting ID, user ID, yeah, let's, oof, I definitely don't want all of these. What does my meetings have? meetings has refresh. That's not right, I hope. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Meeting ID, user ID, Zoom ID, Zoom UUID, start time, end time, created at, updated at. So this is the problem though, because this is where, like, I guess I can just say that the start time is now if we don't have one. And that can be fine. Start time, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Zoom meeting. Oh no, we don't have a meeting ID. It'll be inserted. User ID. Yep, we do have a user ID. Zoom ID, meeting dot ID. Yep. Meeting dot UUID and start time. Expected string found I64 dot toString with a reference, or maybe it should just work like that, right? Yep. Cool. This then needs an execute await on it. Expected enum option of a date time found option of a string. Okay. Let start time is that. Why are you putting it there? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's this that doesn't make sense. There we go. Start time. Oh, except this is, I don't actually think, this is what I said. I kind of think I just want now as the start time. Because if we're live checking and we haven't seen it before, yeah, we just want now. Because I don't trust the start time from this get meetings API, basically. That was the whole problem of why we wanted webhooks, was because it's not very reliable. Insert into on conflict Zoom ID, do nothing. Yeah, like if this thing's already there, this is really just a double check. If you've already found it from a webhook, the webhook's better. Don't use this at all. Let's actually check. That's an interesting thing. Let's look at our Zoom meetings. For this one that was scheduled. Okay, yeah, they're all the 47:20, which is not the start time of the actual thing. Am I doing, let's remind ourselves, because I wrote it literally less than a few hours ago and already don't remember. When it started, for the start time, yeah, we're using the start time from the API. So the webhook start time is way better than the start time from the API, which is so silly. When you call the get meetings API, the start time is like the scheduled start time, but the webhook for meeting started gives you the real meeting started time. It like kind of makes sense, but it's also very, very silly. So this is just this check live meetings should be done. The thing I need to do is register it as a job. Check live meetings, check live user meetings. It does not like having a comma at the end, which is absurd, but okay, I could fix that at some point. So check live meetings. I should probably now have a derive all of those things. Yep. Public to the crate, struct check live meetings. Check live meetings. Oh, this is wrong. Nice. Checking. I would really like to replace this with the name of that thing, but like automatically. I wonder if that's possible. If you know in chat, that would be really cool. Can I like get the name of a struct as a const? I don't know if it needs to be a const, but like, can I get it as a string in code instead of having to manually have this declaration? That's buried in a different repo, so we're not even going to check it out today. But if you know, I'd be interested to find out. So this is basically just though my loop over users one. Let's just copy this. I bet I could write a generic one of these. That would be fun. Users, select all the users. This is just going to be check live user meetings for that user in queue from the, well, it's not really the cron. I'm not on the cron anymore. This is just like check live meetings loop. Perfect. All the users, check all their live meetings. If you didn't get it from a webhook, this is kind of a fallback. Okay, so I need to register that job as well. Check live meetings. Yep, on the cron. Let's register a job from minutes. From minutes 1. Every minute. There's no from minutes. Oh man. Okay, from seconds. 60 times 5 every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes? Sure, it's a backup thing. It doesn't. It's fine. The webhook's really what should do it. Awesome. And then like let this module for jobs. I don't want these other ones. Check and end meetings. Go away. We do not want. Oh, we do not want you here anymore. Check and end meetings. Those jobs don't exist anymore. Cron. Oh, it's just a import that I don't need. Check. Oh yeah. Check. I see. I didn't do that right. Check live meetings. Perfect. Okay. So let's see. I think that's it. Like we are good to go here. And let's do another test just to test it out while I probably do some cleanup. Let's open a thing. That meeting's probably already registered now. It is. Love it. So that like live meetings check probably is gonna find it, right? So if we go to localhost 3000 and look at my meetings, this is running the same thing. Oh yeah, start time's none for this one because it doesn't even know. Yeah, ignoring the start time from the API is the good call. It's just absurd how this works. But yeah, we have our listed meeting, and let's just like do some cleanup around here. Oh, let's do a commit first. What have I added this time? Jobs for checking meetings as, let's do this. New cron jobs. Replace the old job that hit the API and ended meetings with 2 new jobs. Check live meetings, checks all meetings. This hits the API, the Zoom API, to get all live meetings for a user and saves them to the DB. This is really to be used as a backup for the webhooks. Because the webhook should fire first. Yeah, exactly. End meetings, end a meeting if it's still live. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Haha, it works. Still live for longer than the intended duration. Hey, Tobs on Twitch. How is it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a bit, but one of the reasons is because I wasn't streaming for a good while. I took like, that's a no, Copilot. I took a break for most of the summer, but getting back into it this fall and really having a good time. So we've been working on a Twitch, not Twitch, sorry, a Zoom app called Just Adios that ends meetings after a predetermined amount of time, so that you don't have long meetings. It basically is trying to replace the Zoom 40-minute time limit for paid Zooms is really the use case that me and some of my coworkers came up with. But we are like getting pretty close to being done here, I think. There's lots of cleanup to do, and like this is not ready to deploy, so maybe we'll work on some of that right now, but maybe we won't, and like that's kind of okay. I'm not upset about it. Let's do cargo clippy fix though. That's kind of why I committed. Yeah, it's a cool app. I'm actually dash fix. I'm been very impressed with the Zoom API. I think that's probably my biggest like finding learning here is that it isn't as awful as I expected it to be. I kind of didn't give them credit. I thought they'd have a very bad API, and they don't. It's been very nice. Normal OAuth, RESTs, webhooks. It's been awesome. And yes, I am using Cursor. I've been using it for quite a while. I did try it maybe in the spring and didn't ever give it enough of a chance to keep going, but now I have, and I am really, really liking it. It like does some really nice, like completes full lines for me and all kinds of niceties like that. We're just gonna clean up some stuff here. Oh, actually, no, I want to keep this. Let's just make it public so it stops yelling at me. Will that work? No, because listed meeting is still public crate. That's fine. Delete it. I don't need it. That's fair. That's fair. Let's just do allow dirty. I'm not too concerned about it. This was only dirty from Clippy fixes. Have you tried Cursor Tobs? I am paying for it, so it's not as accessible for everyone potentially. I'm paying them for their Cursor tab implementation and stuff like that. But I've been really liking it. I think you can give them an API key instead of all of that. But I'm not positive. Yeah, I don't even like this. Do I even need this? I don't know. It's never constructed, so like the answer is no, but like the API does support it. I'm gonna keep it for now. Yeah. Yeah, I want to keep it for now. There's not just an ignore? Hmm. Clippy, or it's allow dead code? Yeah, perfect. Okay. And yeah, we'll allow dead code on this trait, on this user struct as well. Allow dead code. Can I put it on just the things I care about? Like, can I say that I expect this to be dead code? I didn't want that. Yes, I can. Because I would like it to tell me about each of these fields. I'm just opting into knowing that these ones are dead, or are dead, but I don't care. I don't use VS Code to begin with, so using editors like Cursor seems to be out of place for me in particular. I do use AI tools in my workflow, though. That is a very fair answer. What editor do you use? I'm curious. Are you a Vim/Emacsy type person, or maybe a JetBrains person? Or I guess there's some new ones too, like Zed, or what are you using? I'm curious. NeoVim. Yeah, that's fair. I don't say NeoVim, but that's usually what I mean when I say Vim. I was a NeoVim user for a while before I switched to VS Code. Ooh, secret token. I should probably be using that to verify the webhooks. Right? I'm pretty sure I should be using that to verify the webhooks. Maybe I won't allow dead, and we'll just actually do this. We'll do some clippies. Clippy fixes. Yeah, right. Like it is. I agree. I think it's pretty inferred the Neo if you're using Vim. I don't know of many people who are using non-Neo Vim, but I guess I don't know that many Vimmers anymore now that I stopped using it and stopped talking about it a lot. I didn't really like it. I just was getting to the place where I didn't want to, like, I loved having a config and everything, but then I got to the place where I kind of just wanted things to just work a little more. So I'm on VS Code now where I can just click the install extension button and it just works. And that's why going to Cursor was so easy for me. It's basically VS Code, just, not exactly VS Code. Some things are slightly annoying, but nothing too big of a deal. Okay. Webhooks. Events, maybe? No, that's like they have a thing called events. Oh, but there's webhooks. Okay. So meeting webhooks. Okay, but like, how do you? Where's the? All I want to know about the webhooks is, how you're doing the verification. It's not really an authorization though, because like it's not authorization. Okay, well then how about here? Where do you tell me about sends the secret token in each event notification we send to your app? Yeah, how? How? Oh, I guess I'm also leaking that secret token because it's just in plain text on my screen. Um, you are using the bindings though. That's the most important. Oh yes, yes, I do. Definitely have Vim, like the Vim extension in VS Code for Vim bindings. That was one way to get me to switch to VS Code was to do that, so I didn't have to like relearn everything. And I also just really like the Vim, stuff like that. Probably don't use as much as I could, but it's better than nothing. Okay, well, since I already leaked the secret token, let's just go browse and see if they're here. Signature. Yeah, okay, so like what do I do with you? I'm assuming I just do the sample app has been updated to use, yeah, cool. So signature, hash for verify. Yeah, you do a create HMAC with the secret, and then you put. It's a little weird, but whatever, we can do it. Okay, so in our thing for webhooks, I want to do it just in the before I like pick webhooks, processing Zoom webhook. Yeah, boop. Okay, I want to verify that. Let message equals that. Yep. Is that a reasonable thing? No, it's not a reasonable thing. Of course not. Headers is a header map. Let zoom timestamp headers.get on wrap. Zoom timestamp. Oh yeah. But I've already like got the body as a JSON. I could stringify it again, but that feels weird. This has to come before the body. It's a little annoying. So do I just want body as a string? Probably more something like that. Zoom timestamp. What? Header value doesn't. Toaster? Oh, result. Wait, no, I already unwrapped it. Oh, toaster needs a result thingy. Okay, sure. And then this is just body. And then so before we actually like do the body.event, that's not gonna work. Wait, can't match against a tuple struct which contains private fields. Obviously, that's not what I want. Axum body as string. Yeah, this. Oh, I just take it as a string. I don't need any of this. Works for me. Let body equals from that. Yeah. Dot unwrap. Perfect. Okay. Message. Hash for verify. I don't know how to do that yet. Well, secret token as bytes. Ooh. Cool. Where do you want to come from? Nowhere? Lib.rs hmac. On too many A's. Yeah, that's what I want though. Oh, I definitely want this one. It's like I don't want to use the one from 2022. Cargo add. Oh, hmac at. Perfect. Import. Yeah, it's just not how you do the thing, basically. That's okay. Docs. Secret and secure key. Yeah, this. This. Secret token. Oh, I need SHA-2 as well. Okay. Cargo add SHA-2. Oh, this is a type alias. Got it. I don't need a type alias. I just inline it. Whoop. Import. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, dang it, because I was looking at the old version. Oh, it still says that should exist. Is it just because I need to do some imports? Yeah, I need a key in it, apparently. Sure. Now what are you mad about? The function or associated exists for struct, but things weren't satisfied. What are you? Well, that should work. Yeah, it does know what this is. Okay. Do I just need do I also need Mac, I guess, maybe, in scope? Wait, is that really what was gonna do it? No. Exists for strike this, but they weren't satisfied. The full name is written there. The following traits were not satisfied. Some of the oh no. You'll need a cryptographic to implement the digest crate traits. You can find compatible ones in the crate SHA-2. Yeah, okay. Do I need some feature flags for you? Doesn't look like it. No, I want the latest pre-release. That's the whole point here. Oh, a simplified simple HMAC. Oh yeah, that's not that different. The trait is implemented for eager hash. HMAC eager hash is not satisfied. And none of these want to give me a special importy thingy. SHA-2, SHA-64, yeah, that's literally what the example says. Verify solution okay, if correct, error, MAC error, if not, yeah, but like, oh, does it need a feature flag? Is that what's happening? It needs the feature flag of standard? Oh my gosh, seriously? That wasn't a default feature? Is that the issue? No. Okay. The function associated type exists for struct this thing, but these bounds weren't satisfied. Yeah, I get it, except that like I don't get it. I don't think it even has anything to do with that. It's not telling me that my input's wrong. It's telling me that these types are wrong. The trait eager hash is not satisfied. Oh, well now I'm on the wrong version again. Gosh darn it. Oh, do I just need to import eager hash? That feels like I might just need to import eager hash. No. No. Felt like a good guess. The trait bound, all of this stuff is not satisfied. The trait is implemented for this thing, required by bound in this thing. Be really cool if this just worked better. Yeah, let's just use it as simple. I don't need this one. Simple HMAC. Import simple HMAC. Is that any better? No, not at all. Oh, how about that? What version of SHA-2 am I using? I bet I need a pre-release of this too. Of course I do. Gosh darn it. That kind of makes sense, just frustrating. Whoop. Okay, well, like, just do that better and put it back at the end. I liked it better there. You're gonna... What? Yeah, delete it. Put it at the end. Okay. Now back to webhooks. Hey, look at that. Okay. We got our Mac. We got our result. We got the bytes. Okay, so going back to this thing. Digest hex. Okay, so then they do hex it. Yep. Cargo add hex. Cool. Okay, so I have the code now. And then the signature is that. Okay, so then let signature is that. Why are you all purple? Okay, it just took it a second. And now I need to check the let Zoom signature. If they're not equal, return an error. Oh my gosh. Phew. Input message needs to go here. Message as bytes. Nice. What are you telling me about tab? There's no tab to do. Okay, whatever. Okay. Cargo watch run. Let's see if this works. Cool. New meeting. Oh, we just wait a while. We'll see if it worked. And also, should get some webhooks. Did I not get webhooks? Oh, less than 20 seconds ago. No, it looks like those came in and they seemed like they responded fine. Yeah, I think that worked. I guess we just don't have any logs for it. It's a little weird, but it's fine. Oh, I have another cargo watch happening. That'll do it. Wait, is this a cargo watch? Yeah, it says so. Did it recompile? I guess so, right? Yeah, cool. I didn't realize I had that running. Cool. Okay, awesome. I think we're good. Oh, result has type CT output. Oh, well then what if I don't do it this way? Oh, but then it wants me to format it as the signature with that. Ugh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do non-constant time checks then. Probably not the best, but I don't think anyone's gonna try to be spoofing these signatures and I have to worry about constant time equality checks. Oh, so let's clean this up a little bit. Function verify Zoom signature. Return an error. Sure, that's not really what I want it to do though. Yeah, it's fine. Verify Zoom signature. Put all of that in one spot. Could not compile. That's fair. What's the error? Oh, it needs an app state. That's fine. Give it an app state. Why does it need an app state? Oh, for the Zoom. Oh, no. Just give it the... Just use it from there. Yeah, better. Secret token as bytes. Yay! We can compile. Oh, I still have a Zoom meeting that's open. There we go. Ended it on its own. Let's start a new one. Yeah, perfect. Meeting started. Participant joined. That's a participant left for the last one. Never even got an ended on it though. There's the meeting ended for it. Just came a little out of order. I was too quick for it. Awesome. Okay, so now if we just wait a minute or two, this should just work. Everything will just nicely quit. Okay. Oh, and that's why I did that last time. Got it. Okay, let's just clean up some of these. I will do it manually. Cool. Verify the webhooks come from Zoom. Oh, and I am going to have to rotate that secret because now any of you all can pretend to be Zoom because I leaked that secret to everybody. It's actually really their fault. They just put it on the screen without putting it in a little secret box like their other things. I wouldn't be that mad about them, except they did it for other things. It's like, just do it for all of them if you're going to do it for some of them. It's literally called the secret token. Feels pretty secret-y to me. Okay. I think we're just hanging out to make sure this next meeting ends, which it like almost definitely will. I'm pretty not worried about it. The meeting has now been running for 1 minute and 32 seconds. By the time this gets to 2 minutes, we definitely should have done it. The 2 minutes is just like it's probably like 2.5, really the worst case because of the timing of my cron, how often the checker runs. Yeah, so it's probably about 2, there we go. 2:30 though is the max. It was about 1:47 before it got ended. Oh, actually, but it doesn't say it's ended yet because we haven't got the webhook that says it's ended. Oh, that's interesting. Super interesting. There we go. Now it went away. It took a little while longer than I would have expected. Zoom just has a lot of webhooks to get through, I guess, which isn't crazy. They've got a lot of stuff to do. And with that, I think we're gonna wrap up. I do have to get this deployed. It's like pretty ready to do that. But I'll do that off screen. That's more secrety and gotta put things in all the right places and change the webhook URLs, get it ready for prod. But I think we are good to go there. Awesome. So this was really good. The webhooks went really well. We even got them verified at the end, which was a little frustrating with the package versions, but that wasn't too bad once I figured out what was probably going on. And yeah, so the webhooks work a lot better than the API to check live meetings. That just didn't give us any helpful information about the start times. We're putting everything in the database so that we know what to do. What else did we do? Oh, we're refreshing the access tokens. So when they expire, we refresh them. Another thing that I should do is encrypt those. I think I actually have a to-do for that already, right? Encrypt them, add webhooks. Oh, this we did. Hey, thank you for the follow, TK-Panda. I was going to say Panda until I realized that it ends with an E at the end. Thanks for the follow. I'm glad you are enjoying, and hopefully you were following along for a bit, only because we're about to wrap up now, so I hope you didn't just join. But I will have the video up on my YouTube here shortly if you did just join and want to watch that afterwards. So what else do I need to do? We want to encrypt the access and refresh token. We still haven't done that. I guess we want to deploy the live app. Deploy the app and publish on the Zoom Marketplace. I already did the webhooks, Copilot. No, I don't need webhooks anymore. I did them. What else do we want to do? We want to deploy it. We want to encrypt the things. That's just like a database sanitization thing. Would be good to have them encrypted. That might be about it. I'm not really thinking of anything else to do here. If anyone else thinks of any to-dos that they want me to add, throw them in chat. But with that, I think I'm going to get out of here. This was a good stream. But I think we're good. So update the to-do file, update to-dos. Oh, I know one more thing that we want to do. I'll save the push for a second. Allow user to customize the meeting duration. Right now it's just you just get 1 minute and it kills it. That's obviously too short. That was just for testing. I'll probably put it back in at 40 just for the default, but we really want to allow the user to customize the meeting duration. And so this one, and then like either at the meeting or user level, or maybe both. No, we're not there. That doesn't even make sense. An Adios button to the Zoom client. Come on, Copilot, do better. Okay. Let's commit this to do again. Update to-dos again. Push. YubiKey. Okay. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap up for the day. Thanks for coming along and streaming with me, everybody. I really enjoy these, and we got a lot done on the app, so that's always good too. If you joined late, I'm Corey. I go by CoreyJA online. You can find me at CoreyJA.com. I also have a Discord channel that I'm trying to get started a little more. You can find that at CoreyJA.club. That'll redirect you to the Discord invite screen. Will it work if I'm already logged in? Yeah, it'll open the Discord app, but like the Discord app's not open. But yeah, there we go. It'll work. you can join the Discord that way. And with that, I am going to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed and have a good rest of your Sunday if you're watching live. And if you're watching on YouTube, have a good whatever day of the week it is for you. I'm going to get out of here, though. Have a good one, and I'll see everyone later. Thanks, team. Bye.